pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crack everyone to the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. Now Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Dobbs. In trouble here, and The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw is Downs. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Stop your whining.
From the shotgun, here's Downs. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and
pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sam Hubbard, his second sack of the night.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Here's Mayfield, and he's going to go down again. Nick Vigil. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mixon will try the right side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Going deep here for Landry. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Joe Mixon, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Dobbs under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Let's go. That's one. 45. Check mark 45. Strip the ball.
Mayfield down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Run. Bang, bang. Begin. No. Off. What?
Mayfield looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. On first down, Dobbs to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw again on second down. Dobbs over the middle. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Dobbs into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Dobbs to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here, Dobbs. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Dobbs. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Dobbs is throwing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Chubb with the first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He's not going to get me. Run. Up. Hey, watch the shift.
Mayfield to throw it this time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Dobbs. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaching, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help him a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Dobbs. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Check 45.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert 33.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
from the 29. Dobbs. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? A run for Nick Chubb. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose, and the Bengals grab it.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 6-yard line.
57.
Throwing on 2nd down. Dobbs throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
First down, Cincinnati.
Dobbs now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Dobbs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Check, 47. Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs, he's got his man, Boyd. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Now Dobbs. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line. Slay. Hey, check right 47.
Operating from the gun. Dobbs. He gets this one to Boyd. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.